The Montreal Canadiens just made a huge statement, putting away the Utah Mammoth in dramatic fashion, getting 2 insurance goals late, but it was highlighted by Alex Newhook's insane goal in transition, combined with the second line coming together. Cole Caufield jumping up to number 1 in goal scoring in the NHL with 2 goals tonight. Oliver Kapanen making his mark as the first place rookie goal scoring leader. So much went right for the Montreal Canadiens tonight, and it goes beyond just what we talked about there. And we're going to look at the box score, Jesse, and as we do, subscribe if you want the Montreal Canadiens to move up to number 1 in the East. We're tied with the Devils in points. They have more wins. If you subscribe, the Montreal Canadiens will become first in the East very soon. Let's take a look at the box score. Look, we can start in so many places, Jesse, but at the end of the day, I think we have to agree this was a statement game from the Montreal Canadiens against a Mammoth team that struggled as of late. Still a very good team. The Habs put them away, and we put them down with a couple of late goals to really seal the deal, something we have been asking for all season long.
Massive win tonight against the Utah Massive here for the Montreal Canadiens. And again, like, it came down to that third period where, and they had those good chances. We saw Slaf right there at the doorstep with so many opportunities. They didn't get rewarded right away. They kept putting in that work and they got rewarded, Josh. And like, that's not just a good sign for tonight, but really moving forward, that if perhaps they play the right details, it's going to come around. And like, boy, did it ever there in the end. Again, you know, amazing to see like Nick Suzuki again, only right that the captain just being like such a big part of putting the game away. But it was such a massive team, like they really grinded them away, one of the best teams in the league, and forced them into like some terrible plays where now it's like they're passing to basically nobody, forcing them into too many men on the ice, or have like a 2-on-1 and making them pay for it. Like, it's not just about winning games, Josh, but like it's how you do it as well, which is really so important here. Again, 6-game point streak. We need to remember, like in all this as well, they've been playing good hockey, but even with their B game, like getting points, that's what we've been saying. They bring a little bit better of a game here tonight. Seeing how they're getting reward against one of the best teams in the league has to have fans extremely excited right now.
Yeah, we should be excited. Again, like, this team is rolling, and there's no signs that this is a fluke by any means. I mean, everything's rolling. The top line's clicking. Look, even this is a game that we won 6-2, Jesse, while our power play didn't get a goal tonight. Like, we had a couple opportunities. It wasn't really working, and that's okay. But again, it's the support from so many other guys, and we'll get into the depth scoring in a bit, but I want to highlight just a few. Again, before we get into the Alex Newhooks and Cole Caufields of the world, because, oh my gosh, you know I can't wait to talk about Newy, but he's coming up a little bit later. But Noah Dobson, Jesse, kind of under the radar here with his assist tonight, now has 6 points, 6 assists in his last 5 games. He has been on a roll, and Oliver Kapanen as well. I think we got to highlight him. 2 points tonight, a goal to become the rookie scoring leader, tied for second on the Habs in goals right now. We have Slaf, we have Newhook, and we have Oliver Kapanen, all with 6 goals, all behind Cole Caufield. Like, these two guys, again, like, there's so many guys we can focus on, but I thought a great game from Dobson again. Crazy streak that I almost didn't even notice in a way, because he's just been so consistently good, and Kapanen making his mark. Like, again, you can pick out so many guys, but I wanted to highlight these guys for getting on the score sheet and making an impact night in, night out right now.
We have to. And again, with Noah Dobson, he's doing this kind of low key in a lot of ways, which is, again, just highlighting how important that he is for this team, especially with so many young guys, right? Because what does he bring into the Montreal Canadiens right now? A lot of skill, but a lot of poise, right? Like, is this the way that he does things on the ice? He's never flustered. He's making the right play, the right, kind of the right choices. And again, like with young guys, this is so important that you have a guy on the team that's making these type of decisions. And in fact, it's contagious. So when you got a young guy like Noah Dobson is exactly what they need. Huge part of getting the best parts of them out of so many young guys on their team, which we're seeing in Oliver Kapanen, which brings me to our next point, right? Like, that first goal, again, is just like so emblematic of like Oliver Kapanen's like success, like supporting his D-men down low in the defensive zone, getting the puck, taking out. He starts the play. He then gets it over to Demidov. Great work from him as well. That support as well. But then, Demidov with the great dish again to Kapanen, finishing off like we've seen a couple times off the rush with the shot here. Again, not a fluke. Kapanen, again, just showing that he's playing that defense, that offense. So much to love in just how these players are developing right now for the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah, for sure. And there's his goal coming up here in the highlight reel. Nice little 5-hole shot. And he also set up this play where Newhook scored that insane goal. It was Kapanen who stayed with the puck behind his own net that poked it forward. And he was the lone assist on that Newhook goal. So unbelievable stuff from these guys. But again, like, we got to get to the big ones here, Jesse. And Cole Caufield obviously is such a standout. He's everywhere in these highlights. He's now first in the NHL in goal scoring. Now, some guys do play later tonight, like as the recording of this video, for example, McKinnon hasn't played yet, but Caufield jumped from tied for third, I guess, because Gauthier and I think Crosby each had 11, into sole possession of first as of right now. And what an incredible evolution Cole Caufield has had from being just a very solid offensive player to really shoring up the defensive end of the puck the last few years. Career high 37 goals last year. He's on pace for 65 right now. Like, I don't know if it's sustainable, but like, my gosh, watching him play, I wonder, like, what about his game is not sustainable? Like, he's getting the opportunities. The first line is terrorizing every opponent, and he's still got his spot on that first power play that's been clicking as of late. You got to wonder that Demidov, he's going to send those cross-ice passes not only to Suzuki, but also to Caufield. I mean, this guy is doing something special this season. First place. And you got to think he'll probably be on Team USA too, even if Bill Guerin is throwing some, maybe not shade, but hinting that he might not be there. He's undeniable at this point.
And really, because of that, like that first goal that he's scoring there, like the amount of skill that it takes on that short angle. And again, like we see this from Caufield, like he likes to go there. He believes in himself, but like the amount of skill and precision to make this happen so close to the goal line is absolutely unreal. And then getting another goal later on in this game. 5 out of his 15 games this year have been multi-goal games for him. Cole Caufield's getting 2 goals in 33% of the games. And we're getting close to like a quarter of the season sample size right now. Like that is absolutely unreal. Again, like Nick Suzuki, Cole Caufield giving such great auditions for why they should be part of their respective countries when it's coming to the Olympics here coming up. Because again, like that's the game changer because the Utah Mammoth, like they're a good team. And unless Cole Caufield's doing what he's doing there to kind of separate this team in the first place, you know, I think that's where everything really started tonight for the Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, the Habs were just like, look, there was a moment there in the second period, well, a stretch of minutes where Utah was heavily out shooting Montreal. Halfway through that second period, we took a few penalties. We were on pace for like 14 total shots. We had 7 shots halfway through this game, but the Habs again turned it around, and Caufield again was that spark. You can see here, like you said, he has 5 multi-goal games. No other player in the league has more than 3. So he has been on an absolute tear, and that top line has been doing some incredible stuff. Slaf up to 9 points on the season in 15 games. He could have had a goal or two tonight too. He was in close a couple times, some nice rushes, but Suzuki with 20 points in 15 games. Caufield with 12 goals, league leading, 18 points in 15 games. He himself is on an above 90-point pace right now. But there's a lot of talk again about that second line, Jesse, which is where we got to get to. And I want to shout out Kirby, Dach, for example, for getting that goal late. Yes. I mean, what a great goal from him. And, you know, so many other guys that did play well tonight. But Alex Newhook has been an absolute revelation. I don't know what happened to him this summer, but I said it earlier, like, last year, we were talking so much about, man, if Alex Newhook could just finish these chances, he would be so good, right? Even just a handful of them, because he would miss the net. This year, he's doing it. And I don't think it's just because he's playing with Ivan Demidov. Yeah, that does play a role in it. But Alex Newhook has looked like a different player this year, taking on that new penalty kill role. You know, we'll play the Newhook animation. There it is. We got to get it in there. He has been a man on a mission. His speed in creating these opportunities, this insane goal, his hands. This is why he was picked 16th overall, right after Cole Caufield, mind you. Alex Newhook is finally showing the potential that not only Montreal, but also Colorado saw in him so many years ago. He has some great line mates, but, like, you know, it's not like Kapanen's doing great, and obviously Demidov's incredible, but Newhook is driving this line on occasion. Like, it's sometimes Kapanen's night, sometimes Demidov's night, but Newhook is capable of driving this line. I don't know what got into him, but he's on a 60-point pace, 30-goal pace right now, Jesse, and I couldn't be happier. This is unbelievable from the still 24-year-old, which I feel like sometimes, like, we think he's a lot older than he actually is.
And that's a big part of it as well. It's the depth, which we called out coming this season. You just need to be surrounded, like, doesn't feel like you need to be, like, kind of one of the guys in the top 6. We just got a lot more depth throughout the line, kind of like the Matheson effect right now too, just more depth on defense, allowing him to strive. Same thing with Alex Newhook right now. That's a part of it. But the age as well is just naturally part of it too. He's always shown great signs, right? And even tonight, like forechecking, like he's not just scoring goals. Like, again, like this is a detail-oriented guy. This is why this team is really having success right now. This was a highlight reel goal though here tonight. And again, like this is where he kind of thrives in the open ice and where you want to see more of them. And he's just reading the situation really well of knowing, okay, he's going against another forward here. Obviously, I'm going to go for a little bit of a shake and bake, but he's not only creating these opportunities, that space, but then being able to finish it off. Again, just that that confidence that he's getting from that and how you feel that's really going to pay it forward. I think it's just so huge for him. This was a standout performance from him. I think we also need to shout out Samuel
I was going to say that.
It was a huge storyline of the game tonight here, like a big bounce back. And again, Josh, it's not just like how you win games, how I said earlier for the Montreal, it's not just winning games, it's how you win them, which is so important because if you keep going to overtime like night after night, that's going to tire your team out over the year. Then you get to the playoffs, which you've been playing all season for, just to be tuckered out when it really matters the most. So obviously not a winning formula, really underscores why it's so important to be able to put these games away. And obviously Samuel Montembeault, it's not just how you're making saves, it's how you're doing them. And he was looking great tonight. He was looking confident, instilling confidence in the team, but also playing big in the net. Like there was a lot of technique. He's been working specifically on some things, but like this is huge for us, right? Like the fact that we could get Samuel Montembeault going with Dobeš, being first in the Atlantic. Now we start getting Montembeault going, like how we kind of believe like he would turn the corner around. Like absolutely unreal right now, like what he was able to do in tonight's game. And just great to see that the fans are having its back as well.
100%. I love the Monty chance. Like, look, the fan base, some people are going to, the fans are emotional, and that is what it is. If you're not helping the Habs win in a moment, they're going to let you hear about it. And if you are helping the Habs win, they're going to let you hear about it even louder. And that was the case tonight. And the Monty chance were ringing through the building, 25 saves on 27 shots, 926 save percentage. Unreal stuff. He looked great. You're right, Jesse. Made some clutch saves, some key saves, some saves that were, big. Those game-changing saves that, like, if Utah had scored, that momentum is completely going the other way. Now, he got a bit lucky on one of those Schmaltz ones where Schmaltz hit the post, but, like, some other massive saves more than made up for it, especially that one on Keller late with the glove. Unbelievable stuff from the entire team, and it's why Montreal made a statement. They're going far this year. Right now, tied for top in the Eastern Conference, number 1 in the Atlantic. Can't wait to see what's coming next. And if you want to see what's coming next, well, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we have videos coming every single day on all the latest news on the Montreal Canadiens. This is your home for it. I'm Josh Gosse, my co-host Jesse Poirier. We'll catch you in the next one.